There are 4 common mistakes and misconceptions in checkers that can really hinder your playing ability. The goal of this video is to talk through those mistakes, how to overcome them, and show you how to capitalize if your opponent makes them. The first involves playing passive moves that go to the side of the board, like this, and also this. The second is not taking the initiative. So what does that mean exactly? I'll break it down. One of the key strategies and goals is to capture center control of the board. The center includes these squares. You don't want your opponent on any of these squares. If these squares are defended or occupied by your opponent, then attack them directly. Don't try to go around them to the side. Try to exchange them, and you can exchange them by forcing them to jump. And if you can't exchange or replace them, then try to get at least equal share. If your opponent has 1 square, then you should try to have 1 square as well. Let's look at a few examples. These 2 examples should help demonstrate. Here, white occupies one of the center squares, but red can exchange it off, and not only has a center square now, but will also win the game. Another example is here. Again, white occupies this center square, but red can exchange it off, and once again will win the game. Here are more examples that show center control, this time at the start of the game. Here, red has center control with this square. However, white can exchange it off, and now white has the center control. White can also exchange this piece by moving here out of the double corner. Once again, white has the control right now. In this example, red opens here to secure this center square. White counters to get an equal share of the center. Red can cover up here, and now white occupies 2 of the 4 center squares. Red can equalize by moving here, taking the double jump, white countering here, and now once again it is even at 1 center square apiece. Here's an example of why side moves are not effective in getting center control. Red moves here to get 1 center square, white goes to the side, red comes here, now occupies 2 center squares, white continues to go to the side, and now red can move here and now occupies 2 center squares, and one of those squares is in white's double corner. If you can keep these pieces on these squares, then your chances of winning will increase. Remember, jumps are mandatory in checkers. Falling into early opening traps is another mistake a lot of players make. Developing your single corner early is a good strategy, but watch out for overdeveloping these 2 pieces quickly, because now white can just go here and take a 2 for 1. Another example is here. White can just take a 2 for 1. And if you insist on going to the side, this is another opening trap. Along the same idea, be conscious of having open gaps in your position early on. For example, here, and now moving a piece like this creates an open hole here in which white can exploit. Early gaps in the game can put you at a disadvantage because it's tougher to secure and defend center control. Finally, the biggest mistake players make is only focusing on one part of the board at a time. In your mind, divide the board into 4 sections: your single corner, your double corner, your opponent's single corner, and your opponent's double corner. the important apex piece here for red and here for white can lend support to either corner when necessary. It's really easy to focus on one section, especially when there are opportunities to get a number of kings, and I'll show you a good example of that. In this position, you have a clear path to get a couple kings. You can move here, you can move here, but you can end the game much faster by paying attention to your double corner and stopping your opponent from making any further progress. So instead of going in and getting a couple kings, red can actually move here, forcing white to move up here, and then initiating a double jump here and winning the game. I hope you found these tips to be helpful, and I'm confident you'll see positive results once you put them into action in your own games. Please leave any feedback in the comments section below.